everything's up and I got my chat up. Why aren't we showing? There we go. All right, good. So we are all set to go. Meta Monday, we're doing, excuse me, green stomp with main focus of counters. The reason why I say that is because almost every deck or card in the deck has a way to get +1/+1 counters on it. So starting with Chain Web, it's a 1/2 reach. It gets counters from Escape. It's in here for two or three reasons. Primary one, it's a 1/2 rather than just a basic 1/1. It has reach to help us block a lot of the flyers that we're seeing in standard, especially as well as helping against mill blue because they've got a bunch of flyers and they're going to mill more than enough cards for us to bring it in with the escape card, and then because of its additional effect, allowing it to deal damage to target creature with flying when an opponent controls when it enters the battlefield. So it gives us a lot of different ways for extra defense compared to a lot of our usual basic 1/1s. Shadow Spear is in here for two reasons. Primary reason, even though with the +1/+1 counter theme of the deck, all of our creatures have the potential to get really, really big. Unfortunately, almost none of them have trample, which makes it easy to stop the damage. Shadow Spear is one of our two ways to give our counter creatures the trample we need in order to really be successful. All right, and then Nessian Hornbeetle, primary start to the real +1/+1 counter build. We play this turn 2. As long as we have a creature 4 or greater, we get a counter on it at the beginning of combat every turn. The beauty is this is typically turn 3, it's immediately getting that counter with our turn 3 plays. Ram through for some removal support. Scavenging Ooze is our other 2-drop, probably one of the more recognizable and strong +1/+1 counter cards. We're playing with a full 4, one just to keep the 2-drops section stacked, but also because in my experience, if you play it early, the first one gets popped right away by some form of removal. And then our turn 3 or 3-drop slot, we've got Yorvo, and right now I'm running Lovestruck Beast. When I originally put this together, I was doing Garruk's Harbinger. We'll slide over here and pull it up for you. Oh, too far. There it is. I started this in that spot because when I first put this together, everyone was playing black removal. And this gave us protection from that. The problem is now almost 40-50% of the meta is Gruul, and that 3 toughness is just too easy to get popped with what they're usually playing. So we've slipped the Lovestruck Beast, which is one of the popular 3-slot placements in the Gruul deck as well. Probably one of the only creatures here that doesn't get counters. I don't like playing it in this deck list that often, just simply because we don't really have a lot of the additional 1/1 creature support for it to always be able to attack. But it's still a beast, literally, of a body for blocking, so it still helps us in that regard as well. And then Yorvo. our big beater because he ideally is getting bigger by 1 counter every single turn, because we're always playing at least one more creature to really raise his toughness up along with his power, because he gets a +1/+1 counter every time we play a green creature spell or put a green creature into the play. In addition to that, he's a 3-drop that starts with 4. And this pairs the best with our other trample source, Gemraiser. So this is the mutate card. It's in here for 2 reasons. One, providing trample, as well as a 4/4 boost to just about any of our other creatures, because all of our creatures are either a 0/0 or a 2/2 without the counters that they have put on them. This way they immediately get bumped up to that 4/4 base and get higher. Typically this allows us with Yorvo to swing in for 8 on turn 4 with trample, which is pretty huge. The other factor is it provides artifact and enchantment removal, while still giving us the other aggressive bonus. So rather than having to take the place of just a pure, sideboard, I want to get rid of a artifact or enchantment, we can mainboard it because it's already part of the main strategy of the deck. And then we've got Questing Beast to round out our 4-drop, just because it's a boss of a card. It's really hard to find a better 4-drop than this right now. We've got Vivian, Monstrous Advocate in the 5, Turn Timber Symbiote as our dual card. It helps us get enough lands to be at about 25 lands for the deck, but also because of its ability, we get to search top 7 cards, take a creature from it, put it on the battlefield. If the creature's converted mana cost is 3 or less, it gets 3 additional +1/+1 counters. And pretty much every creature except Questing Beast and Gemraiser meets that criteria to come in even bigger than what it would on its own. So we very rarely do we miss when we hardcast this one to get out there. And then rounding out Primal Might for removal. And then the Castle Garenbreak for extra mana. And then all the forests to round out our lands. Going back to Shadow Spear, besides the trample, the other one is the lifelink. Because all of our creatures start out kind of small, they do get kind of susceptible to removal and can sometimes put us on the back step as far as our life total. I keep the Shadow Spear in here rather than a sideboard because it's saved my ass so many times with that life gain. It really turns around games, especially with Ram Through and the Primal Might as our removal. We throw the Shadow Spear on one of our creatures. It gets powered up. We use it to fight something, and then we hit with it, so we gain life twice from that creature dealing damage, both with our removal spell and the attack itself. Huge turnaround in games. It really has made a difference more times than I can count. That's why I keep it in there rather than keeping it in a sideboard slot. Alright, so let's get rolling. I do have our chat up. If you have questions about the deck, plays, or anything else, feel free to hit it in. And we'll get started here. I'm also going to close out a window here to stop some of the beeping in our background. Alright, so we got alright start. I think we'll keep this. Alright, play for play here. And let's have a pretty high likelihood that we're not going to have to use that land. If we do, I'd rather use it later than now. Does he have the elemental? He does. Interesting. I'll block that. because I've already got the other 3 drop I need to keep the horn beetle going anyways. Alright, so we're gonna get our horn beetle out. See how much damage the elemental's going to deal this turn. Does he have the land drop? There it is. Alright, perfect. See? Told you probably wouldn't need it. So we're going to go with Yorvo. Those 3, we're going to swing in. Now there is a slight chance he's got the cleaver for turn 4. We'll see. Ooh, that's going to hurt. Is that 9, potentially 10 without the cleaver if he has it? Okay, he took that back, which means he probably doesn't have it. So I'm gonna take this, hope for the best. Ah, damn it, he did. Okay. That hurts, okay. Yeah, unfortunately with the cleaver, the game's pretty much lost either way. The only other way around that, I probably could have played another human with my other beast and then used Primal Might to take out the elemental. Alright, let's try game 2. Same icon as before. Okay, let's see. So we've got decent potential here. Keep. Alright, go with the Arachner. But I'm thinking, since we don't have a regular 2-drop, I'm going to drop this in tap while we can, since we don't need it. Get in for our damage. Okay, that's alright. I'd rather them target that than my Yorvo anyways. Evolving Wilds, they must be struggling. Alright, get our big bad Yorvo in. Let's see what direction this goes. I'm surprised they haven't been able to play a crab or a rogue yet. Another tapped land. Okay. So that's 3 tapped lands on their opening turn. Okay. First Desire. Let's see if we can get Gem Razor to stick. Hey. Okay. I'll accept that. Alright, so we're 1-1. Alright, game 3. Let's see who we see. Okay, pretty typical. This works because we got no 1-drops, so we'll drop this for our land on turn 1 and be in pretty decent shape. Awesome. Okay, let's see if the horn beetle gets stomped or if he plays his elemental. Elemental, right. Dorvo triggers our beetle. Get in for 3. Ouch. Does he have the land? Alright, here's the trigger. Oh, okay. So we know he didn't have the support in there for it. Let's have some fun. Alright, hitting in for 12. Alright. He didn't try and stop any of that, so he must have some big plans with these elementals this turn. He could potentially cleave me and I'd be dead. What's that? Okay. Let's go in. Give him the trigger. Next. He's pretty much got to stop them both to not die. Actually, I think I'll trample on so yep, alright. Sweet. 2-1. That's odd. I know I already have a playset of that one. I'm not sure why they gave it to me. The algorithms are supposed to keep that from happening. Okay. Not our best opening here, but still pretty workable. First time I think we've gotten 3 actual forests rather than having to work around with our other lands. We're playing another Loris. Ah, there's the horn beetle. I prefer dropping the horn beetle early compared to the scavenging ooze. Ooze is better late game. great, but not terrible for what he got rid of. Alright, does he have the rogue? There it is. Ouch. Oh boy. Damn, it's already got death touch on it too. There's that. Damn it. Just one beat after another. Jesus. Okay. I guess we're going to try and keep Yorvo out. Come on, dude. Unfortunately, I dumped well over 10 cards that last turn. I'm not super concerned about the cards. And I don't know if the life's going to be that big a concern now either. All right. That's right. So you gonna play Loris, or does he have a removal for me? Oh, motherfucker. I fucking hate that card. It's such a cheap card. Son of a bitch. There's really nothing I can do. Do you get around that now? God, I hate that card. This is what really makes this deck such a pain in the ass to face off. It's bad enough you're milling a ridiculous amount of cards every turn, but on top of that, you're taking everything that's mine that's good out of it too. Declare block. Awesome. Another crab. Damn it. Now I get the primal weight. Fuck. Alright. Really no way to gain enough life here. Yeah, that's pretty much it. All right. Yeah, that theft card is probably the most broken thing about the Loris deck. Everything else with it's pretty easy to manage, but there's nothing worse than having your big-ass fucking creatures taken from you for 4 mana. Two and two. All right. I don't really like this hand. This one's not really better. A fraction worse, but I don't want to go to 5. Here we go. Now, technically, I have 25 lands, so I should be able to draw one by turn 3. There it is. Law of averages is working for us. Morvo. And no attacks. Let's see how much removal he's playing in his white deck. He should have around 4 glass caskets and 4 banishing lights. We'll see. Giant killer. Ah. Okay. Beast. Big for 1. Damn it. Apparition also. I need something that's going to be tough enough in the fight. G-Red. This makes him just big enough to pop the apparition and still stay alive. Let me get my 3/3 illusion. Or spirit. Oh, it's illusion. Yes. Play the ooze. You're either gonna block or not, dude. Come on. I'm gonna go ahead and get his apparition out of there while we can. That's gonna hurt. Not as much as that. Fucking A. Guess we'll chump with the token. Speaker, this is going to end up big here no matter what. Oh. There is that potential. He uses an enchantment. Force him to sacrifice the savior. My guy turns into a 5/5 instead. Yep. Unfortunate. Ah, damn, he still has it. Alright, no attacks. One. Damn it, he's gonna get an angel. Fuck. I do have to say, this is probably the worst I've done with lands. Consistently and like ever. No way we're gonna win this. The lands that came a little more consistently, maybe, but not with the way this is going, where I'm limited to one play a turn. Definitely not with that. Alright. There's no way this is working.
I will guard your advantage.
Alright, what is that? 2 and 3? They are mostly quick games, though. Okay, this is better. Ah, draw. Okay, this will be different. So basically, he's playing red-blue, draw with upside, basically. He wants to draw a second card every turn to trigger a bunch of abilities in his deck.
I enjoy the proper application of knowledge.
Berries. Yeah, let's go Yorkville. Fortunately, I gotta get rid of them because they'll start to do a lot of problems for us. There are two different +1s. This is the filter, the other one's +2, +0, first strike, and trample until end of turn. That's gonna hurt. 0, because we're already big enough. For that, because Pyromancer, basically every time you draw the second card, deals 3 damage to target. Any target, yeah, so definitely don't want that. And we need to get ahead of his go wide so we can actually get through for some damage instead of being chumped over and over again.
What is my strategy?
Especially with their -8, it hurts. I did that this turn. Do I need 5 mana? Might. To 3. A fight here. That way I've got something straight at 8 that I can pop the Scions with and still get an attack at him as well. Oh, motherfucker. Oh well, he's got a waste of hold. I still get to take out the Scions, which is important. Don't like him being able to trigger it passively every turn, make him pay mana for his draws. Ugh. Fucking Teferi.
All right, time to improvise.
He gets a free draw every turn now. This is why I don't like the Lovestruck Beast, is too often you end up with a card they can't attack. Granted, it would have died to the Fiery Prophet. My other option would have died to the Fiery Prophecy too, but God, I really hate to waste the ram through on a fucking fairy. Let's make him work.
Think fast.
At least they're all discard abilities. It's not getting a super head on it. Ah, damn it, that's gonna suck.
Ideas like seconds.
Now it's getting double fairies. Fuck. Oh, and of course, now I'm getting too much mana. Damn it. I need to be able to get him some trample on him so I can make the ram through actually count for
Think
something.
fast.
Damn it. That's gonna start hurting a lot.
Ideas like seconds.
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and use the ram through on this so we don't keep taking damage. I don't want to. It's a lot of fairies. Fuck, come on. So now he can trigger 2.
Time to improvise. I do love a good puzzle.
I'm gonna die to fairies. Seriously? Try and generate a bunch of fairies so you can block it. What a jerk, making me waste this. Yay. Well, at least we thinned out that fucking mess.
Don't worry, I'll think of something.
Problem is, he's gonna take 4 extra turns here pretty soon. Fuck. Damn, the seconds are back.
It seems we've encountered another puzzle along. The no is to triumph.
Die to a herd of fairies.
Here's
Wonderful.
my masterpiece. Ideas like seconds.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick around for the rest of these.
Bravery galvanizes
Damn
men.
it, 2 and 4. Alright, so we still got some time for a couple more games, so I'm gonna flip those beasts out for the Garuk's Harbingers. So like I said, the problem with them is the Gruul decks can work really well with them because they have multiple 1/1s beyond just the 1/1 that the beast makes itself to work with, but this deck doesn't, so it's better to have something else, even though it's a little bit easier to get rid of in a lot of ways. It's slower toughness, lower power. It actually does stuff more often for me than the Love Struck Beast does. Oh, here we go, that's a better hand. It's always the thing I look at for playability with cards is how often do I end up with it being a dead card? Because there's nothing worse than that, having a chance at winning, but the card you've got is a dead one instead of a usable. Oh. I didn't attack, okay. Let's do this so we can get our trigger for the Horn Beetle and have some giant creatures to attack with. Hey, that tricked it. All right. That's what I'm talking about. All right, so we're 3 and 4 for the night. We did tweak the deck already, but that we didn't really see the change there. Biggest thing is the consistency of mana has not been there tonight. Going from struggling to get that third land in half the games to seeing almost nothing but lands in the other game. See, I've got the 3 lands. We're going against Urian. So it's going to be a slow game. Yeah, let's keep, because the Harbingers will keep loading my hand. Of course, we want another big creature instead of one of the small ones we've got. Got plays for the next few turns. We're going to start with Yorvo first. Because then we either get a land for Questing Beast, or we go into Harbinger and just start pulling all of our other small creatures with the attacks for additional plays after. Harbinger, see if it sticks. This deck doesn't play a huge amount of counter spells, but it does have some. That's annoying. Here we go. Oh, of course. Chump blocker. Yep. Fortunately, this build I know has some sweepers in it. It seems like he's struggling to get to that third land, though. Which is surprising with this deck. Black, damn it. Okay, so we're playing the Doom Foretold list. Alright. Bright side is we're getting a lot in on this attack. As much as I want to get that Horn Beetle out, I want to do this. We're going to equip one of the Harbingers to get his trip, so we can keep loading our hands up here. He's got no blocks for both. There we go. Both trip. We get a Horn Beetle. Ooh. Let's take this guy. So that'll work nicely. He's got to play some sort of removal or other chumpers, otherwise he's dead. Okay, sucky, but we've already got the hand-filled benefit from the last turn. Let's drop Yorvo and keep trying. Damn it. Fucking Elspeth. Always conquering death and shit. Here we go. Rusty Beast. It's alright, wasn't planning on playing any non-creature spells next turn. Ooh, main deck annoying. That sucks. So he'll Elspeth it and get a bunch of other shit to come out too. Son of a bitch. Oh, he didn't Elspeth. Interesting. Okay, just trying to think here. Trying to figure out if there's a way I can get rid of both Yorion and the Elspeth in one play. I don't think there is. Which means I'm going to end up seeing it again. Which might be okay. Works for me. Alright. So now he can bring it back. Which knows what he was counting on. Which slightly sucks, but we can work around that. He's going to take the beast, obviously. All the things. Resolve all of those. Damn, that's a lot of creatures. Destroy Elspeths. Let's go here. Surprised he hasn't played his Doom for Tolds yet. Fortunately, if he has them, he can play one or two of them. Damn it. Fucking apparitions. God damn it. That card has broken white so hard. Nice. Okay. Go here. Plenty he can sack, which sucks. God damn it. Fuck. Grindy ass neck. Fuck, I don't know. Vivian will do more for me, so I guess I'll discard that. Oh, look at that. Get rid of that bastard before it does anything else.
The arc quivers with
That's
excitement.
something.
Every day is a new mutation.
Makes it too easy for him to take that out. Because I don't know if we can win this or not. Problem is he's got all the mana to keep resetting Yorian over and over again. The life gain's only a minor irritant. The problem is the amount of soldiers he's going to have. 4/5 flyer itself is kind of sucky too. With all that extra draw, he's still got 51 in there. Just sacrifice that. Sacrifice the Orvo later too. Damn it. Fuck. What a bitch. Okay, well, we just lost that game, so. Alright, 3 and 5 for the hour. I did not have fun in that match, no. Alright, well, not great, not terrible, but usually the deck does better than that, so sorry for that. Don't forget tonight, in about 3 hours, we've got Flavor of the Month with Red Dead Online. Tomorrow, we've got Jank Build on Arena at 4. And then, so at the same time we did today, And then during the day at 11 Mountain Time, we're doing RPG favorite feature, Warhammer Inquisitor Martyr again. And then again, what I wanted to mention, tomorrow, Janky Build. It's going to be hammer time for those of you who know what I'm talking about. In Historic, if not, tune in and find out what I mean. Have a great day.